Hey everybody, welcome to Module 3. And I am very excited because I am coming to you today from my actual school library. So real quick, just gonna give you a quick look and see how you like it. Oh, sorry. My terribly messy office. Anyway, we're doing Saturday school because my district was on strike earlier in the fall. Don't recommend it, but sometimes necessary. So we're doing five Saturday schools, and I wanted to make some signs that said, we won't be smoking pot, we won't be destroying Moliere, and some other references from the Breakfast Club. It's not going to be the Breakfast Club. Anyway, so Module 3. First, before I get started with Module 3, let's talk about Modules 1 and 2. I've been really, really enjoying your work. I did go in, and everybody who put up a blog, you should have gotten responses from me. Those of you who are using, I think it's WordPress, and I said that it was just, suspense is killing me thing. You just have to make sure you publish. One of you figured that out. Well done. But everybody seems to be doing fine. And the discussion, I haven't done the feedback for the discussion yet, but it's been wonderful. I really like how you are able to, build on what one another says and all of that. So I'm currently taking a class where they say you have to post once to the discussion and then have two responses. And, that's kind of the same thing that I'm saying, except for some weeks you're all response. Nobody, some weeks you just don't have it in you to do the big post, and that is fine. Not every week, but sometimes that's fine. And then some weeks you're like, bam, you're on fire and you just have a lot to say, and that's fine too. So really the discussion has been going great. Keep up the good work. The blogs look good. I believe that module 3 is the first module where you have an actual, well, no, because you had the top 10 tips. All right, so choose 8 to 10 apps and give a library administration or classroom use for each. Post those along with any other interesting things you found on your blog. So what this means is it doesn't have to be super, detailed. It's really just bullet points. But someone had asked in one of the help pages for one of the classes about the blog because I hadn't said anything for module 2 specifically, and that was a really good catch. Thank you for that. Even if I don't say anything specific about the blog, it's still there. It's still going to be in your modules page. There's still a link for it. But the weeks when there's nothing specific, just put whatever you want. And the weeks when you have a big presentation, like for I think it's 9 and 10 when you're doing the student learning and then the professional development, you can just put a link to your to what you've done on your blog. Like you don't have to do anything else if you don't want to. The blog is really it's so that I can see what you're doing, but it's also a resource for you. Goodness, am I recording? I hope I am. Well, I'm going to keep going and then I'll just redo it if I'm not. All right. I believe that's all I have for those of you who do not want to listen to the rest of this video and just want to go off on your own. For those of you, ooh, I'm at school now. Okay, real quick. Um, so this week we're looking at applications, which is slightly different than tools, as you remember from the content from last week. Apps do something that's more specific. So what we're looking at today, I gave you the AASL, Croteau, and Jackman links again that you had before. And then I added Joyce Valenza's post about librarians wanted for smashing, blending, and toolkit building. And this is just nice. It's a little older, but it's just kind of about how you can make your apps and tools work together. And again, remember that this may not be part of your world, depending on what kind of library you're in, but you should be aware of it because for some people, they're very, tech forward, and your mileage may vary, as they say. All right, so the apps we're going to look at, Big Huge Labs. It's so janky, but it's really fun. There's a lot of different things that you can make with this, and there are other sort of sites that you can look at that allow you to manipulate images and make memes and that kind of thing. But like image flips, meme generators, a great one. But Big Huge Labs just has a lot of fun things that you can do. Flickr has changed so much. It used to be so like open and ed based, and now it's they've changed it so it's mostly for photographers, but they still house the Commons, which has a lot of great public domain images that you can access from a lot of different. I think I said, yeah, this Library of Congress, Smithsonian, NASA, National Archives, Getty, lots of places like that. Then Public Domain Image Archive, I just found, and that they pull a lot from Flickr. So a lot of the things that you'll find in there that are photography based, you're going to be able to get them in. You will have seen them in Flickr, or they extract them from Flickr. But they also have other images that aren't photography, that are, drawn and charts and graphs and stuff. It was pretty, I haven't had a ton of time to look through it, but I thought it was a pretty good resource. And then ImageFlip is a meme generator. God knows I love memes. So, uh, there you go. All right. Then troubleshooting and brainstorming. And these, again, are ones that I have found that have worked for me, but there are a million out there. Bubble.us is just a brainstorming app where you can put things in bubbles, and it's good, for projecting when you're working with kids. Doodle is that thing where when you want to find out when everybody's available for a meeting and you're sick of sending emails that say, I can do Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday between 2 and 6. You just put it out and then everybody fills in and then you see magically where everyone can get together. Survey Monkey, you all know what it is. It's a monkey who does surveys. And then Zamzar, um, I still keep putting it in. It's a file conversion thing. And for the really good file conversions, you have to pay, but they still do some nice, you know, turning one type of file into another type of file. It can be handy. And then there are presentation ones. There's Bitmoji, which are those cute little, emojis that look like you. Explain Everything, which I haven't looked at recently, so I'm curious to see what you bring back, and Timeline, which are both ways of presenting information, like you are to students, but also for your students to use for presentations. And then Voki is kind of like an emoji that talks to you. It's fun. I mean, I don't know if it's something you'd ever use. And then if you want to look into augmented reality, man, they told me 10 years ago that this was going to be the thing and we were all going to be doing this. And I have talked to some friends in elementary libraries and they actually do, more of this. I haven't touched it in the entire 8 years, but again, it might be something that is of interest to you. So take a look at that. All right. So yeah, so you're gonna spend time digging into different apps and then choose 8 to 10. And then oh, it said feel free to go bigger if you like. Do 50. I don't care. But honestly, 8 to 10. Look at how they work and brainstorm an educational use they might have. So I think I said be specific but not detailed, or maybe I say that someplace else. But yeah, you don't have to master them. These are really just what do you think you'd use them for? And then put that in your blog. I don't think I put in an assignment for it. I think it goes in your blog. Yep. No, that's module 2. Sorry. Module 3. Where have you gone? Yeah, so it's just going to be in your blog. All right. That's all I've got for you this. I'm not touching it. It just did that on its own. All right. I have nothing else for you for this week other than keep up the great work. And I will see you in the discussion boards. All right. Have a wonderful week. And I want to stop recording. There we go. Good news. I was recording the whole time. See you next week. Bye.